On behalf of the University of Strathclyde, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to you to this congregation for the conferment of degrees here in the Barony Hall. Today is a very special day in the university calendar. It's a graduation day which makes it a day of celebration for our graduates, for the families and friends, and indeed for all of the staff of the university. And I can't think of a better venue in which to start that celebration than here in the Barony. In the United States, they refer to these events as commencement ceremonies, as they use them to signify the beginning of a new journey as opposed to an ending. And it is in this spirit that we also celebrate graduations at the University of Strathclyde. Now, in a few moments, it will be my privilege to cap each of our graduates as their name is called out and they come up on stage to receive their awards. The capping tradition, which has its roots in ancient China, is recognised as a rite of passage and as a mark of achievement. And for each of our graduates once capped, this signifies that they're now part of a community of scholars at the University of Strathclyde that can stretch back over 200 years to the Scottish Enlightenment. So they'll be in very good company. At the start of today's ceremony, we also have the conferment of an honorary degree. And these are awards that are made by the university to recognise the particular contribution that someone has made during their career. And we'll hear more of those contributions during the conferment. At the close of graduation, we have a reception in a nearby Lord Todd building to which everyone is invited to come along and to celebrate. We also hope to have an academic procession from the Barony over to the Lord Todd. This will very much depend upon the weather, and we'll get an update on this towards the end of this afternoon's proceedings. In the meantime, I do hope that you enjoy the ceremony, and when you see your loved one come up on stage to receive her or his award, I would strongly encourage you to celebrate. These occasions do not come round very often, and we have this hall all to ourselves, so let's make the most of it. I now formally declare that this congregation for the conferment of degrees is open, and I invite Professor Eleanor Shaw to present our honorary graduate to receive her award. Thank you.
Vice Principal, I have the honour to present to you Susan Deborah Actemill. Graduates, friends, families and colleagues, I'm delighted to introduce Susan to you all. Today, we are celebrating the class of 2017. This is your day. Many congratulations to all of you and to your families. You've earned your degree and the right to stand proud as a graduate of the University of Strathclyde. You now join a strong family of over 170,000 alumni. And as you take your next steps into your careers and your personal development, we encourage you to continue to put useful learning into practice, making contributions to our economy and our social wealth here in Scotland and beyond. As a leading international technological university, inspired by its founding mission to make a positive difference to the lives of its students, to society and to the world, the University of Strathclyde rightly acknowledges the outstanding contributions which others sharing this vision have made to Scottish society. Recipients of this award are inspirational individuals and role models for Strathclyde students, alumni, staff and the wider community. This is particularly true in the case of today's recipient, Susan Actemill. Today, we recognise the outstanding contributions which Susan has made to growing not one, but two successful social enterprises, which contribute to the clients that they serve, and, at a national level, are raising the profile of Scotland as an economy which promotes and celebrates inclusive growth through the generation of wealth and commitment to a social purpose, which, for Susan, involves addressing deep-rooted challenges concerning regeneration and the availability of good quality housing for people on benefits and low incomes. Susan is joined today by her husband Danny, her children Ellie, Lulu and Katie, and her parents, Doreen and Philip White. I'm very pleased to warmly welcome all of you to the university, and I hope you really enjoy your day. I enjoyed meeting you over lunch and spending some time with you. After graduating from Strathclyde in 1990 with a BA Honours in Business and Languages, Susan went on to first lecture in adult literacy, numeracy and languages at colleges across Glasgow before becoming a programme manager at Govan Institute. Only 4 years after graduation, Susan established her first venture, Impact Arts, in 1994. Starting as a sole trader, Susan grew Impact Arts for the next 18 years to when she left, 50 full-time staff were working with approximately 80 freelance artists. In every single one of those 18 years, Susan achieved profit for the company, and by the time she handed Impact Arts over to its first chief executive in 2012, amongst the variety of achievements, and there's too many for me to include them all, so I'm just going to focus on 3. She created and rolled out nationally FabPad, which was a creative tenancy sustainability programme to help young homeless people, teaching vital skills that they would need and releasing their creative power. She secured £16 million in sales and grants for arts in the community. And she also designed and implemented for Impact Arts a property strategy, which created an asset base which gave the company really what it needed to continue to grow and ensured its ongoing viability. Many people, I'm sure you will agree with me, would be happy with that level of success, but not Susan. In 2012, she was keen to take on a new challenge, and she began at that time to work on the concept which was to become Homes for Good. Susan was and remains concerned about Scotland's growing housing shortage, the fragmented nature of the private letting rental sector, and the disadvantages this fragmentation poses to people particularly on benefits and low incomes. Motivated to do something about this, Susan set about establishing Homes for Good. Homes for Good is the first letting agency in Scotland to specialise in letting homes to people on lower incomes. Its work, however, does not stop there. Homes for Good also helps people manage and maintain successful tenancies by offering budgeting advice, financial planning, and employability assistance. I'm sure you'll agree all of those things go far beyond a traditional letting agency. And in this way, Homes for Good helps encourage more landlords to let properties to people on lower incomes. Its sister company, Homes for Good Investment, acquires rundown properties and transforms them into homes to be let for Homes for Good. And I can tell you, I've seen some of these properties and they really are beautiful homes. So far, Homes for Good has created a portfolio of 175 social houses in the west of Scotland and has raised £8 million from social investment investors and traditional lenders. This money has been used to transform rundown housing to create beautiful, warm homes for people who really need them. Susan's work is at the forefront of tackling a growing housing crisis in Scotland, and Homes for Good is now recognised industry-wide as a model of best practice. Susan has plans to expand its social impact by working with partners across the UK to replicate and to roll out the Homes for Good model. As if that wasn't enough, Susan is also a committee member of Blacairn Housing Cooperative, a business fellow of the University of Strathclyde, a panel member of Youth Business Scotland Growth Fund, and also of Social Investment Scotland. She is indeed a busy lady. Her achievements and contributions to society have been recognised through various awards, and again, there are many, so I'm only going to mention one or two. These included, in 2016, Homes for Good being named as Social Enterprise of the Year at both the Social Enterprise Scotland and the Scottish Business Awards. Most recently, Susan herself was named within the Spotlight 10 in the inaugural Women in Social Enterprise 100 Index. So far in her career, and I'm sure there will be lots more to come, Susan has displayed ambition, boldness, and innovation, and she has established and grown her enterprises in a collaborative and people-centred ways. These important values are shared by the University of Strathclyde, and they are values which today's class of 2017 are encouraged to embrace and to demonstrate throughout your careers. It is with great pleasure, therefore, Vice Principal, that, with the authority of Senate, I ask you to confer upon Susan Deborah Actimel the degree of Doctor of the University Honoris Causa.
I create you Doctor of the University. Many congratulations. You're welcome.
Hello everyone. It's an unbelievable honour to be here today, awarded an honorary doctorate by my own university, so thank you to everybody involved. And to all of us who are graduating today, all of the students, we did it. Congratulations. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. So my award is for achievement in social enterprise. So I want to tell you a little bit more about what that actually is and why actually I think you should think about it when you're planning what you do with your future. I was last year 27 years ago when I graduated with languages, and I came to university at 16 and I had absolutely the best 5 years of my life here. I got the chance to live in Catalonia in Germany. I became fluent in 2 languages, and I learned how to live alone in other countries. This gave me a lot of confidence, and it gave me the confidence to try new things. In my time, I learned about history and modern-day life in Spain, in Latin America, and in Germany, and importantly, about human nature. My favourite lecturer was a chap called Dr. Pender, my German lecturer. He was also quite scary, but he used to always ask us why somebody behaves the way they do, why somebody does what they do, and that's something that has stuck with me to this day. As a 20-year-old, I lived in Germany for 9 months, where I became friends with a man called Hans Frankenthal, who had survived Auschwitz as a teenager. And meeting him and getting to know him and hearing what happened firsthand changed my life and shaped my views as a person forever. Through the 5 years, I also did all sorts of jobs, managed to fit in a decent amount of partying with my friends as well. It was a really great time. But when I graduated like you today, I had no idea about what I really wanted to do. But what I knew was that I could speak 3 languages, I had lots of different work experience, and I still had that confidence to try new things. Over the next 3 years, I did a variety of jobs, mostly teaching adults, even back here in my own department in the Livingston Tower. But teaching in Glasgow's poorest communities and working with people who were twice or 3 times my age, but couldn't read or write their own name, that was what gave me the most satisfaction. And it was then that I realised that if you treat people with kindness and respect and you encourage them, they will start to flourish and believe in themselves. And that was what I wanted to do more of. And at that point, I made the decision that was how I was going to spend my professional time. But I wanted to start my own business. And I loved art and I loved the theatre. So I came up with an idea that would combine all of these things. And as Eleanor mentioned, my first business, Impact Arts, was born in 1994. In over 18 years, we worked in local communities, we engaged people in creative projects, we enabled them to change how they felt about themselves and their lives. We had a great time, we worked hard, and we made money. And as Eleanor said, I started Impact Arts as a sole trader, and today I'm very proud that it's still going strong as a national social enterprise and charity. But I had another idea and another passion. I loved property, and I cared about people having a safe home. So 5 years ago, I left Impact Arts to set up Homes for Good, looking after property for landlords and creating homes for people who really need them. It's hard work, but we change lives and we make money, and it's a joy to do. But I'm going to let you into my secret now. I have no qualifications in the arts, I have no qualifications in property, and I have no formal training in business. So look at the head start you all have with the qualifications that you're going out into the world with today. Imagine what you can do with your talents, with your drive, and with your business skills. Imagine what you could do if you could make people's lives better in some way. Social enterprise is everywhere. Housing, beer, hotels, bicycles. There are lots of businesses and lots of choices of things that you could do. So think about finding something you love. Think about starting a social business or even going into an existing one. And if you do go into the private business world or the corporate world, think about what big or small thing you can do there to change the world and make people's lives better. Finally, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank my family, to thank my mum and dad for providing the safety net for me when I was young that allowed me to try new things. I'd like to thank Danny, my husband, for being beside me the whole way. I think he deserves a doctorate for putting up with me for all the time that he has. And my 3 daughters who have turned into beautiful, kind, smart young women. So, congratulations to all of you again. Be confident about your future. Try new things. And let's celebrate later in the Lord Todd. Thank you.
Vice Principal, in the name of the University and by the authority of Senate, I present to you these students. For the degree of Doctor of Letters, for his work, The Workforce in Tourism and Hospitality, a Multidimensional Conundrum, Thomas George Baum. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy for research in the Department of Human Resource Management, Awatif Abdulalim Mustail Al-Rakut. Stefano Battaglia. For research in the Department of Marketing, Connor Paul Horan. For the degree of Master of Science in Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Technology, Anfal SSAS Al-Rubayan. Christine Barg. Emily Carolambos. Michael Dorey. Karen George. Shruti Nagaraj Hosur. Pratik Jalan. Harshal Ashish Kumar Kajanchi. Lavanya Ramachandra Raju. Ewan Robertson. Theodora Tsetu. Solomon Gichura Wanjohi. In Human Resource Management, Leila Beattie. Nicola Hay Brown. Taylor Cunningham. Lindsay Elizabeth Danks. Ewa Demska. Katrina Dixon. Pamela Deborah Inglis. Yu Hong Liu. Natalie Jane McCready. Ella Marshall. Lisa Morrison. Alan John Monroe. Ilias Siopis. Azimina Stamati. Mara Torres. Ekaterina Tveritinova. Vakil Rea Menon. Graziella Scatena Welsh. Yang Zwan. Di Zhu. In international human resource management, Shruti Goswami. Veronica Gruber. Go Xin Yi. Tran Min Tuan An. Eleni Trimpauna. Jia Lin Wan. Zhao Yun Ji. In operational research, Ji Woo Park. In business analysis and consulting, Guido Minetto. Jong Won Lee. John Martin Line. Mavromati Maria. Cheng Pan. Aikaterini Razi. Leonidas Spiridis. Osman Tariq. In marketing, Gary Alexander Allen. Bharti Chatura. Isabella de Rezende Campos. Chet Yu Chan. Tzu Ying Chen. Ya Tzu Cheng. Chang Chia Wen. Athanasios Dinas. Fu Wei Yi. Zhe Han. Paul Lawless. Li Jingzin. Yu Tong Lee. Li Shi Liang. Chun Jo Lin. Minhua Liu. Chen Ting Lu. Yu Ting Lu. Joseph Troja McGregor. Oliver Meads. Laura Grace Percy. Narinrada Sawangarom. Malika Seth. Lin Kan Tran. Wang Jin Wan. Guang Cheng Zi. Zhu Hang. Zhen Tao Zhu. Yang Zhao Li. Kai Ji Ying. Linda Zhang. Zheng Rui. Ying Ying Zheng. Quan Ying Zhu. In international marketing, Daniel William Austin. Russell Andrew Bell. Ingrid Stathseth Bjorkavold. Salini Bunchoy. Pirapa Bunsongkit. Nantu Kao. Ashley Chalmers. Zhu Yu Chen. Dang Huang Gang. Stephanie Espelage. James David Herold. Chayaporn Jinathep. Zora Chrisman. Ashwari Kumar. Matthias Kupiec. Lai Yi Fan. Pei Chien Lee. Lung Wing Yin Gisela. Theodoros Lianos. Zhen Zhen Lu. Kirsty Jane McWilliam. Pathita Melinda Jinda. Andre Kurniawan Pangestu. Matufum Pangshrivinij. Alexis Pachelon. Wei Yi Keen. Tunsaya Rakwamsuk. Sina Stodacher. Christos Stavropoulos. Ji Hao Sun. Tarm Sutasatako. Nicharad Tavivarat. Julia Vaccaro. Sitarth Zachariah Viju. Piao Yi Zhao. Yang Zhu. Yi Ying Yu. Zhu Xin Yu. Min Zhu. In tourism marketing management, Nina Becker. Sabrina Adelaide Mahoney. Li Ying Mao. Yang Pan. Hannah Claire Perry. Pablo Antonio Castellano San Julian. Vijayanti Vasudeva Adiga. Dong Hao Wang. Yi Tzu Wang. Yuan Pu Wen. Zhu Yaqi. For the postgraduate diploma in human resource management, Louise Ferguson. Rose Kelly. Stuart King. Nicola Logan. Leanne McHugh. Lewis McMurtry. Gillian O'Neill. In Business Analysis and Consulting, Thomas Zera. For the degree of Master of Science in Marketing, Zhang Jia. For the degree of Masters of Science in Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Technology, Akshay Srivastava.
Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, and most of all, Strathclyde University's newest graduates, it is my pleasure to once again warmly welcome you to our graduation ceremony here in the Barony Hall. Quite rightly, our graduates have been centre stage, and I'd like to begin my address by congratulating all of you once again on your academic achievements. Your hard work has paid off, and this has now been recognised in front of your families, friends, and the staff who taught and supported you during your time at the university. And under the lights of this magnificent venue, we celebrate your efforts and your achievements. Well done indeed. Now, in a short while, at the close of graduation, you may be asked to join the academic procession as this leaves the Barony Hall. This invitation actually symbolises the fact that you are now no longer students, but full members of the academic community of Strathclyde, a community that numbers over 170,000 individuals. The class of 2017 is graduating at a time of considerable change in Scotland, in the United Kingdom, and internationally, and challenges lie ahead for us all. But as members of the Strathclyde family, you belong to a large and growing worldwide community with a shared ethos of tolerance and understanding, and a desire to make a positive difference. I hope that the memory of today is something that will stay with you wherever you go and whatever you choose to do in life. We will keep in touch with you through our alumni team, and I would also ask that you keep in touch with us. Let us know what you are up to, what you think about what we're doing at the university, and what you would like to do to help future generations of students. As graduates of a socially progressive university, you have a competitive advantage, having been equipped with the skills, know-how and capacity to absorb knowledge together with the ability to positively influence and shape the world around you. Nelson Mandela once said that education was the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. Do not underestimate this power or your responsibility to use it well. In Scotland, we are fortunate in having a higher education system which is internationally respected, and as a society, we are quite right to invest in it. Education broadens the mind and creates opportunities for individuals and for society. However, education itself does not confer rights. The opportunity that education gives each of us also carries with it a responsibility to use what we have learned wisely and for the good of others. A sense of duty should come readily to graduates of this university. As Strathclyders, we only have to look to the achievements of those who have gone before us for our inspiration. To John Anderson, our founder, who established this university for the good of mankind. To the world's first oilman, James Paraffin Young. To the missionary and explorer, David Livingstone. To John Logie Baird, who did such pioneering work on the development of television. In the present day, we look to Dame Eilish Angiolini, a pioneer in Scottish justice, as the country's first female Solicitor General and later its first female Lord Advocate. And to Sir Tom Hunter, one of the most successful entrepreneurs in Scottish history, a philanthropist who has used his wealth for the great benefit of others around the world. I am sure that you've been given lots of advice on how best to plan your life. Some of the advice you will accept, some you will rightly ignore, but mostly you'll have to learn for yourselves. Robert Louis Stevenson put it well when he said, "Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant." Now, to reach this point in your lives today, each of you will have travelled a different journey. For some, the path will have been relatively smooth. For others, this may have been more challenging. However, I am certain of one thing, that none of you will be here without the active support of your family and friends. They have picked you up when you have been down, they have encouraged you when you have needed it, and many will be here today, proudly watching as you cross this stage with broad smiles and the odd tear in their eye. Now, they are celebrating today not just because you're almost off the payroll, but because you carry with you their hopes, their wishes, and confidence for a successful career. For the past half hour or so, their applause has rung in your ears as you each in turn cross this stage to receive your awards. I would now like to invite all of our graduates to show their appreciation for the support received from their family and friends. I touched earlier on some of the key figures who have helped to create and shape the University of Strathclyde. And you can tell a lot about the values of an organisation by looking at its roots. Strathclyde traces its lineage back to 1796, when Anderson brought it into being, the only Scottish university founded during the Age of Enlightenment and embodying the Enlightenment principles of reason, tolerance, and equality. Anderson's belief in useful learning and his commitment to taking knowledge and using this for the greater good is the motivating force which gives Strathclyde University its momentum today. This can be seen in our pioneering law clinic, where our students provide support and representation to people who cannot afford legal advice. And it can be seen in our business school, which was recently named the UK Business School of the Year in the prestigious Times Higher Education Awards. It can also be seen in our Technology and Innovation Centre, which is transforming the way in which academics collaborate with business, industry, and the public sector to bring global competitive advantage to Scotland. And this is a tangible sign of the university's commitment to world-class research and ensuring that outcomes have maximum benefit to society and to the economy. These represent a small sample of the many innovative projects being led by our world-class staff and students, taking new knowledge and using it to solve problems in industry, in the classroom, and in the boardroom. I'm especially pleased to note that we are developing our campus to enable us to do even more. Strathclyde Business School's flagship building has recently been transformed with a £23 million investment. And we have a £31 million sports, health and wellbeing project underway and a £20 million district energy network under construction. And we are now starting work on a £60 million learning and teaching facility, bringing our total investment in our estate to over £600 million in the last 10 years. Other faculty highlights over the last year include Business School Executive Dean, Professor David Hillier, being named Public Sector Director of the Year at the Institute of Directors Awards. The judging panel commended him for his strong and visible leadership. Strathclyde International Business student Kirsten Alexander McGarry was named Management Undergraduate of the Year at the Target Jobs Undergraduate of the Year Awards. The Business School's MBA was ranked by the Financial Times in the UK's top 10 and #1 in Scotland. Strathclyde was ranked second in the UK for accounting and finance and second for hospitality, leisure, recreation and tourism in the Complete University Guide 2018. Third-year undergraduates organised One Step Forward, an event designed to encourage school pupils to choose university as an option. This was part of their management development programme, which all undergraduates take part in. David Iser of the Fraser of Allender Institute was appointed as an advisor to the Scottish Parliament's Finance Committee. His advice will focus in particular on the implementation of the new fiscal framework, which was agreed between the UK and the Scottish governments earlier this year. Now, these are just some of the many contributions being made by our staff and students across Strathclyde Business School. Strathclyde is being increasingly recognised as a place where things happen, and this is why our graduates are so highly prized by companies and organisations who are looking to recruit the best talent to drive their businesses forward. Scotland punches above its weight across the board, and the future of Scotland will be built upon the quality of its graduates. Regardless of their discipline, all of our students learn how to be innovative, enterprising and creative, and they make a real difference when they go out into the workplace. So wherever your career takes you, always remember that as a Strathclyde graduate, useful learning carries with it responsibilities that go beyond academic scholarship. And finally, let me offer my sincerest congratulations to you all once again on your achievements, and I hope you enjoy the remainder of what is a very special day. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that now concludes the formal part of this afternoon's proceedings, which I hope you have enjoyed and you will take away very many happy memories from today. I'm looking at the back of the hall and I've been given the thumbs up, which means that the weather has indeed remained pleasant enough that we will have an academic procession from the Barony over to the Lord Todd, where we have a reception to which everyone is invited to come along. If I could ask, ladies and gentlemen, for you to remain seated until the academic procession has passed and thereafter follows over to the Lord Todd for some refreshments. I now formally declare that this congregation for the conferment of degrees is closed.